Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic TBC and our Blood Elf Rogue playthrough. I am dusting off the Rogue today. We have the Joyous Journeys experience buff now. We are in Stranglethorn, and I actually still have the Ribbon Dance buff because apparently I logged this character out last when we had that event going on, and we still have 30 minutes on the buff. So yeah, we're going to take a look at Stranglethorn today. Normally I'd say we're a little bit too low level to begin here, but because of the Joyous Journeys buff, I don't feel like our level is going to be a problem at all. Before we do much of anything, we are going to run all the way to the north, and we're going to visit Hemet Nessingwary Jr. And we're going to pick up his quest, and then we'll get killing on some things here in Stranglethorn, as one does in the jungle. And we'll see how it goes. I'm interested to see how the leveling feels in the 30s and 40s with the XP buff. Some of you guys have said that it feels pretty substantial. And so far I've only gotten to experience it after level 68 on the warrior. And at that level you need a bunch of experience to level. So yes, it went faster, but by no means were the levels speedy. They were just speedy in comparison to how they might have been if we hadn't had the buff, which is obvious to say, but I'm thinking that at lower levels, it's going to feel a little bit quicker and a little bit more impactful on our leveling journey. So even though this character skipped Hillsbrad entirely, we didn't really do anything in Hillsbrad on this character, and that kind of put us behind the leveling curve, and it made it difficult to find places where we could level, where the quests weren't all orange. But with the buff here, I'm hoping that we can alleviate that by gaining some quick and easy levels. Let's see how it goes. Thank you all for clicking on the video, and for choosing to spend some of your time here with me. I really do appreciate it.
What can I do for you? See you soon.
And hey, right away, ding, level 34. That's a good way to start. Let's see though. Are we not able to pick up any of their quests here? Or did I already do some of these quests on this character? It's been so long, guys, that I can't remember. I knew I had the breadcrumb, but it is entirely possible that we've already done all the basic kill quests here. That being the case, we can go for Lashtail Raptors. That's fine, and we need Encrusted Tail Fins, although I think that turns in somewhere else. Yeah, weird. Yeah, I must have been here previously at some point in distant memory that has now been forgotten. But that's okay. Let's come down here. And I think we'll go after the Lashtail Raptors and see how that goes. Yeah, see, if we've already started in Stranglethorn, then we are quite a bit behind the leveling curve on this character. And there aren't really a lot of places we can go right now that have a yellow and green quest for us, so I'm kind of hoping that we can figure something out, though. I love the Rogue class. I had a lot of fun playing this character, and it was kind of a shame when I realized that we weren't on track to keep going with it. You really have to be like on that leveling curve or ahead of that leveling curve in Classic. Once you get behind, everything becomes a lot more difficult. It just becomes hard to find quests to do. We should be able to take on these Lashtail Raptors without much of a problem here. And we're going to assume that I remember how to play the class. I know we want to get our Slice and Dice up, we want to get Rupture up. And then I guess after that it's just that easy, isn't it? Let's take a look at a few things here. Our skinning is maxed out, which is not good. We do need to visit a skinning trainer. There are leatherworking trainers. I don't see a skinning trainer, unfortunately. First aid, we're way behind on first aid. First aid is another thing that I kind of let fall by the wayside on this character, and I'm gonna have to sink some resources into getting our first aid completely skilled up. I'll probably send some stuff over from my bank alt so that we can actually get first aid where it needs to be. Am I gonna use stealth at all? That's a good question. Maybe. This looks rather dense. Opening up with stealth here probably won't be a bad idea because we're probably going to have to fight at least 2 of these guys. We have Blade Flurry here, which will attack a nearby additional opponent. We could probably use that right now. And we'll do a little bit of evasion too, just because I'm out of practice and I really don't know how much damage we can take. As far as equipment, this is what we're working with for those of you who are interested in that kind of thing. We'll take a look at our gear here. We've got some pretty decent gear. A lot of which has been gifted to me, so I appreciate that. Yeah, that's what we're working with, which is, it's not bad. It's really good, so, I mean, I'm happy with the gear. I guess, like I said, the things that I'm not happy with are the first aid. The first aid I'm not happy with. Skinning being maxed out like it is, not good either, obviously. We're wasting possible skill ups. Okay, that stealth did not happen. What we probably need to do is we probably need to make our way down to Booty Bay. We are getting our asses kicked here. Probably need to make our way down to Booty Bay and pick up all the quests down there would be a smart thing to do. Spending the talent point we got could also be helpful. Let's see here, we were going down the combat tree. Yeah, we were at this point where we were putting points into like weapons specializations, but we sometimes switch weapons. Right now we've got a sword in our main hand and a dagger in our offhand. Riposte, a strike that becomes active after parrying an opponent's attack. Do I want this? Maybe I want this. I feel like what I want to do first is kind of keep working down into the tree, but I'm worried about putting too many points in a weapons specialization, honestly. And riposte might be a nice thing to have. Requires so many points in deflection, though. My spec is kind of all over the place right now. I'm probably gonna have to respec anyway to like get my spec straightened out a little bit. Yeah, I think he sees us. Yeah, definitely saw us. We could probably also fight these trolls over here. We're probably not going to fight enough of them to get all the necklaces, but the tusks we might be able to complete. And right now there's not a lot of raptors up, so yeah, let's move into this area here and see about taking out some of these trolls. Lots of people here today. Lots of people, 30 people found within our level range. And yeah, it's enough people that this area is, it's farmed out. It's completely farmed out. That's not what you like to see. Yeah, literally no trolls alive right now. That's really something. No trolls and no raptors. Alright, some of the raptors are coming back up, but not the ones that we need. Yeah, it seems like Stranglethorn is the place to be right now. Well, I mean, it's the place where people are at, but maybe not the place to be if we can't find any mobs to fight. It's kind of rough. Look at this. It's like it's just a freaking graveyard through here, man. Oh boy. And I thought I was going to get on this character and have a bunch of stuff to fight. That sure didn't turn out to be the case. What would really help, and this is huge. Some of you guys have probably already left comments. What would really help is that if I had my poisons up. Yeah. Poisons would be good. Speaking of poisons, we do need to get some more reagents because we don't have any left. Well, we need empty vials. Oh no, we need Dust of Decay and empty vials. That one turns in right here in town. Let's just go turn it in really quick. And see how far that gets us into the level. I mean, the 10% and the 50% stacking seems pretty effective. And unfortunately, we're not going to be keeping that for very much longer, obviously. But it was nice while it lasted, wasn't it? It's too bad that we've already done all the other kill quests for Nessingwary because... it would have been nice to have a bunch of stuff to kill, and I don't really remember doing them on the rogue, but then again, we've taken so many characters through here. Kind of in a similar time period, we had the rogue in here, I had the paladin in here, I had the warrior here, and you just kind of forget things if you're my age. Sometimes you just forget stuff. What is this? In defense of Grom Gol, when we first arrived in this jungle, we did not intend to wage war on the local tribes. Our mission to supply stone art is of the highest priority, but complications have arisen. A local band of ogres has occupied Mizja ruins to the southeast of Grom Gol. Despite warnings, they continue to ambush our supply caravans. I am putting you in charge of dealing with these uncooperative ogres. Okay, can we do that one right now? I think so. I mean, it's orange, but that's fine. And Mokthardin's enchantment wants 8 Shadow Maw claws and a pristine Tigress Fang. Okay. Well, that's fine. I would still say we should go do the trolls up here, but man, like looking at Questie, they're still all dead. So, yeah. Maybe we go check out these ogres and see how tough they actually are. If they're level 37, then we're not going to be able to fight them. But if they're like level 35 or 36, then we stand a chance. This might be another area that's just completely farmed out. Let's see who we have here. We have a level 40 Tauren warrior running circles around this place. Can we just like... Can we invite? Can we get a group going here for this? I'm right behind you, man. We're doing this. We're doing the same circuit. Turn your camera around. No? No? Do you see me yet? Do you see me yet? No, they don't care. They don't care. They're going to be able to charge in on anything and tag it right away. And they're level 40, so they're probably going to make short work of it anyway. So there's that. Wow, this is just remarkably bad. I don't know that I've ever seen things quite like this. No, I've never seen 3 different quests that were all completely farmed out to the point where you really couldn't even work on them. That I haven't seen before. I wonder what's going on with that. Usually the game will kick up the respawn rate if people are farming in an area. and there's a really quick kill rate going on, but it doesn't seem to have done that today. Let's go back over to the trolls. I mean, we could even come back here all the way to the northwest if we want to. We could work on encrusted tail fins, although I think that turns in somewhere else. I don't believe that turns in here in Stranglethorn at all. And ultimately we are going to have to come down into Booty Bay and pick up some quests down there if we really want stuff to do here. But it would be cool to just be able to fight some trolls for their necklaces. We only need our tusks even. We only need 9 tusks. We need 25 necklaces. No hope of getting that right now. Here we go. This is better. At least there's somebody alive. We're just not having a lot of luck using stealth. Typically, I don't really use stealth a lot, I remember, on the rogue, and that kind of bothered people. Of course, we start getting necklaces instead of tusks. And there we go. Yay, we got to kill one guy. Very exciting. Kinda crazy. Kind of crazy. Let's go back here. There's gotta be somewhere where we can find some trolls. I mean, it's Stranglethorn Vale. If we can't find trolls, we're in big trouble. There we go. Yeah, these'll work. God. Okay. Maybe I'm done trying to use stealth here. Maybe... Oh, we are just in a hell of a situation now. All of a sudden we went from being okay to being totally screwed. Let's do some dodging here, and maybe we live, maybe we don't. Yeah, we've pulled too many guys, and I don't think I have any. Oh, I do have some potions. What's gonna heal for more here? We're gonna do this. Oh, I can't use that yet. Yeah, we're dead. I think we're dead. Yeah. We could do something really cool and vanish. Yeah. I could remember some of my tools here, and we could live instead of dying. Whew, okay. So we're bad at stealthing. Not really a skill that you want to be bad at as a rogue. And we're bad at picking places to fight and eat. Good. Everything's going great. Like, how wide do I have to move around these guys for them to not detect me? No, he detects me right away. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, that's just, it's not working. The stealthing is not working for me. I'm like way underestimating their ability to detect me. Oh good, a healing wave. We barely kicked that. I somehow just happened to remember where my kick was. It's almost like we have to approach from behind to begin with. Once we get like within 3 yards of them, they just immediately aggro. Sometimes we can just fudge it where like we're facing them technically, but we can make the game think that we're behind them and we can still get the backstab off even though they've aggroed us. Sometimes that happens. And whatever, I'll take it. See, they have this fun thing they do where they just about face. And I don't know if that's just something that they do normally. No, this guy is looking at us, right? I mean... Is it because he's got 1 level on us? Is that so significant? He's got 1 level on us and we can't stealth up to him? Because that's fine, I'll stop trying. It doesn't really matter to me. We don't have to be stealthy. We can just run up to him and fight him. I like getting the free combo point in to start off, but it's becoming a lot more trouble than it's worth, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just something that they're doing. They're just about facing. It's almost like stealth protection, right? Yeah, we're done with that. We are done with it. That's just getting us into trouble. It's not helping. It's not helping. It's not helping. We have too many here. We have too many. We have 9 seconds until we can vanish. We just have to get the hell out of here now. There we go. Well, it hasn't been the smooth start that I thought we were going to have back on the character. I made a huge error not remembering that we had already done all the intro quests. Okay. Or maybe we haven't. Do I have to pick this up before any of the other quests become available? Is that what's going on? Oh yeah, we're toast here. Let's see if we can sprint away from this one. Maybe I have to pick this up first. I honestly can't remember, guys. It's really bad. I probably should have checked this out before I, you know, pressed the old record button. Would have been a smart idea. Let's get up there and see. For some reason, I ignored that quest when we were up there. I thought it was the Green Hills of Stranglethorn quest, which is a quest that I never do. So I just kind of ignored it. But maybe we go take it and see what happens. Because I hadn't thought that we'd taken this character into Stranglethorn, but I could be totally wrong. Well, we're going to say bye-bye to our ribbon dance buff until next June. Goodbye. It was nice to have you while we did. Okay, here we go.
Hi.
Welcome to the jungle.
Off with you.
Okay, and then talk to you.
You got my attention.
Welcome to the jungle. Alright, guys. Yeah, you'd think, you know, that I've played the game so much, so many characters leveled through here, that I would just have some kind of general intelligence about the game, but it's not the case.
Watch your back.
But yeah, my initial thought was that there's no way this character has been here. I'm glad that I was just being really stupid.
Hello.
And I'm glad that I didn't just, like, totally forget that we've done all these. Now we're in good shape. Yeah, and then this is the Green Hills of Stranglethorn, which I'm still not gonna do. Haven't done it yet. Not gonna start now. This is great. Now I feel better. We can fight the tigers. The tigers and stuff are gonna be so much easier than trying to deal with the trolls right now. Okay. Now we're golden. This is what I wanted to be doing. Even these guys are aggroing us from quite far away though. So there still might not be a lot of stealthing going on. Sorry if that bothers anybody a lot. This kind of is what it is. The other good thing about this character is it's been sitting for so long that it has it should have 2 full bars of rested experience, or whatever the maximum amount of rested XP that you could accumulate is. We should be at that maximum for the most part. I mean, we've used a little bit now, but when we started we would have been at that maximum. I think if we cross the river here, we'll find more... We'll find panthers, right? Yeah. Alright, let's cross the river. Freewind Post. Yeah, that's not a good place to have my hearth set. I'm glad I looked at that now. Definitely won't be clicking that button. Kind of still having the same issue here. Everything's farmed out. Boop. That's right. You hadn't hit it yet, so we're just helping you out, even if you didn't need the help. Now, are the young ones hanging out in stealth? Is that what's going on? Oh, they're just all dead. It's the same thing we've been encountering everywhere for the most part, is that they're just all dead. Yeah, there's just corpses everywhere, which is wonderful. This is going to be a good place for me to be, like, when I'm playing early in the morning, and not at 4 p.m. in the afternoon on a Thursday. Maybe at, like, 9 a.m. We'll have better luck with some of this stuff, because, guys, this is pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. We're in Stranglethorn Vale. We can't find tigers or panthers to kill. It's bad. It is bad. Yeah, I was hoping we'd come over here and be able to knock out the Panthers, but god, we have one, so... Pretty crazy. I mean, I'm always glad that, like, people are playing the game, right? So it's like, it's a double-edged sword in the truest sense. You're always really happy that there's tons of people on, they're all playing the game, but you kind of wish that we could have some more layering and that we could spread some people out a little bit more across the layers and that we could maybe just have more mobs spawn in when there are a bunch of people killing them. You don't want to have, like, a simple kill quest and then not be able to complete it because there's just too many people working on it. The only time that's actually fun is, like, on a launch week, you know? Like, game just came out, fresh expansion, you kind of expect that there's going to be a ton of people on, you're going to be fighting for mobs. It's really the only time that it's fun. I like to do the Panthers before the Tigers these days because in my history the Panthers have been a lot harder to find. I never really used to cross over into this area. I used to try to find them all on the other side of the river, and as you can tell, there aren't as many on the other side of the river as there are on this side. So I like to try to get them done first, and we're making okay progress now that some people have seemed to have moved on from the Panthers. Here's a couple right here. And this will be our last one. I think having a combination of arrested XP and this buff is like really huge. Look at how much kill experience we're getting. It's pretty impressive. Alright, we'll head back across the river here to get the rest of the tigers that we need. We have another sword that we can equip at level 36, so a couple more levels to go. We have a nice sword upgrade waiting for us. We can actually equip this belt now. That's better than what we have. Let's do that. Alright. That's a tree. Yeah, the encrusted tail fins, that actually turns in back in 1,000 needles. You know, just on another continent, no big deal. Luckily, we can take the boat from Booty Bay over to Ratchet, so pretty easy, I guess, to get that turned in ultimately.
Be careful.
There we go. This Panther's done, and the next round of Panther's taken. Alright, people have been killing some cats over here. I do have to say, after being away from it for a long time, I still really enjoy the Rogue. As far as a class that's like a pure DPS class, so far from everything I've played in Classic, might be my favorite class. Might be my favorite pure DPS class that we've played. We've tried a little bit of everything, right? I think I might like mages more once Wrath happens and mana's not really as much of an issue as it is in BC and Vanilla. I think I'll probably like mages a little bit more, but I just love getting in there with the swords and the daggers and being in melee. And it's a class that, like, dual wielding feels right on the Rogue. And for some reason, when I think about dual wielding on warriors and dual wielding on shaman, it doesn't really feel good to me. The concept of it feels better to me on shaman. On warrior, I just like to either have a sword on board or a big two-hander. Never really became a fan of dual wielding on the warrior. I'm looking forward to Titan Grip or Monkey Grip or whatever they call it, where we can dual wield two-handers. I think dual wielding two-handers as a warrior is like really unique and really says like you are just a big warrior in heavy armor wielding the biggest weapons. I think that suits a warrior really well. When a warrior is wielding too little weapons, then it's like, yeah, you might as well just be a rogue or be an enhancement shaman. But yeah, the rogue just feels good. And now that we've got our warrior on Mankrick's server to 70, and we're starting to do level 70 dungeons and get him geared out, I feel like having a DPS class to play that like can be supported by the warrior would be good. Just because like leveling up through this content, I don't think we're going to be able to do a lot of dungeons. We'll probably be able to do a lot more dungeons if we make it into Burning Crusade before Wrath comes out. So we're gonna have to have a character with some gold that can kind of get us some gear. When our gear is getting bad, we're gonna need a character that can buy us some gear. And the warrior should be able to do that now a little bit. He's got his flying mount and he's all set, except for like gemming out his new gear and stuff is really all that the warrior needs money for at the moment. Do I want to be up here? I mean, it's not awful, but I want to go back down and get the rest of the young tigers we need before I spend too much time up here. And yeah, of course there's some trolls alive up here. Might as well take them out. See if they drop any tusks for us. When stealthing works, it feels really good. It feels really good when it works. And by works, I mean when I do it right. There's nothing wrong or broken with stealth. When I'm bitching about stealth, it's with full cognizance that it's my fault that it's not working. Don't ever take that kind of complaining as me saying that something in the game isn't working right. The game is fine. I'm the one that has to increase my skill level and awareness of like what's gonna aggro when and all that good stuff. I think it literally is when something is at our level or above our level, I think it just seems to crank up their detection a lot. And I just need to be hyper aware of that if I'm going to be using stealth at all. Oh damn, I didn't see, I saw the hunter's mark. I was already in position. They're probably super PO'd because they probably didn't see me hanging out in stealth as I was until they had already fired their shots, so. My bad. Let's take out this last tiger here and go get this one turned in, and then we can pick up the follow-up.
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
Alright, so the tigers are over here. There are also tigers up where there were panthers, right? Not so much, but a little bit. Let's head up onto this first plateau. And that way we can fight the older panthers. We can take out the trolls that are up there. There are also raptors that we need. And there might be some tigers as well. I'm not 100% sure, but it did look like there were some normally aged tigers up here somewhere. funny because we recently did the quest for Nezingwary in Nagrand on the warrior, and he wanted us to kill 30 of each thing. So coming back here and doing ones that want us to kill 10 of each thing, it's kind of a cakewalk. It feels good. It feels good to be like, oh, kill 10? Oh, absolutely. Kill 30 was like, hey, go grind for a while. It's time for you to get some kill experience, okay? I also think the Blood Elf rogue animations is just a joy to look at. They have really good animations for a rogue. It's one of the things that I was struggling with on the shaman is that like all the weapon swings, at least on the female troll, I can't really speak to the male troll, but the weapon swings on the female troll were not really great. They seemed just a little awkward, especially with two-handers, which is what I really wanted to do, was to wield a two-hander. And it just wasn't really fitting. It didn't really fit. I think when I made the character, I wasn't sure if they were going to be elemental. I think at first I just kind of assumed I was going to go elemental so that I could heal, and I'm like, yeah, a female troll shaman, elemental healer, makes sense. It fits. It feels good. And then I realized that I just really wanted to go enhancement. You know, as we had kind of done on the Draenei shaman, and the female troll didn't really give me that vibe. Obviously that's not always like a deal breaker, but it kind of can be if you're just not into the character. It can kind of stop your progress. That coupled with the idea that I really wasn't sure that I ever wanted to heal on it, kind of deterred me from going back to it. I've considered doing a Orc or a Tauren enhancement shaman for the fresh start servers. So that could happen. That's kind of my two ideas right now for the fresh start. It's either going to be a Blood Elf Paladin, so that we could check out all the Paladin changes that happen with the pre-patch, or it's going to be either a Tauren or an Orc male shaman, so we can just go. And that's going to be something we go pure enhancement on. And that's kind of the thing, is like, I'm probably not going to want to heal on that. If I level up a shaman, I'm probably just going to want to go DPS. So we'll see. I mean, part of me thinks we're probably going to end up going with the paladin. That's what a big part of me thinks. But I'm not decided yet. I'd love to get your guys' input on it as well. What I really like about the rogue so far, and this might sound bad, but it has a pretty simple rotation. There's some nuance to it. I like getting the bleeds up between Garrote and Rupture. I like having the bleeds going, but as far as like how many buttons we have to press and how many different things we have to track, it's really straightforward. And it allows me to engage more and like look at the game more, and I don't have to really look down here at my action bar. And that's kind of the draw of like a pure DPS class, is I feel like they're kind of set up that way to have just kind of a smooth rotation. It feels natural to me. My keybinds feel good. If I just want to sit there and auto attack, I can auto attack to great effectiveness. And in fact, a lot of the time we are just kind of relying on auto attack damage. And yeah, I just find it really cathartic and enjoyable. I always have. Literally, like, the biggest reason why I stopped playing this character was just because we had skipped Hillsbrad, which turned out to be a horrible mistake, and we just weren't going to get ahead of the leveling curve. It was going to take a lot of effort for me to get ahead of the leveling curve, so... now, with the 50% Joyous Journeys, we don't have to worry about that. We're going to get back ahead of the leveling curve, and it's going to be fine. Alright, looks like our mage buddy might have annihilated every single raptor in a 2-mile radius, so let's come back this way and see if we can't find some more panthers. What's down here? We could find tigers just down the hill if we look. Let's see if oh no, someone's down here fighting down here too. Maybe we go after some of these trolls. Let's do that. And there's elder tigers down here, but we don't need elder tigers yet. It's also nice to be in Stranglethorn. Man, you spend a lot of time in Stranglethorn, but it's one of my favorite zones. It's just a joy to be in. The music is chill, the lighting is nice. It's just a freaking joy to hang out in. A lot of this plateau here has been pretty cleared. I think we can get the... Oh, we have all of our panthers. That's why we're not really tracking that. Okay, so yeah, we're just looking for tigers. I guess they can share spawns with the panthers up here. But I feel like the panthers spawn more often than the tigers. Let's come back down to the south a little bit and see if we can get our eyes on any of the raptors that we need. I think I haven't been, yeah, the leatherworking, man. I'm just bad at doing production professions. I'm okay at leather, I can skin, right? I can keep my skinning up. In this case, we need to train the next rank, but generally I can keep my skinning going. I'm really bad at doing the production professions as far as like actually making gear. I don't find it particularly interesting or helpful a lot of the time. In some of them, it's the case where like it only becomes helpful at endgame, and even then it only really becomes helpful pre-raid. Sometimes even like pre-heroic, pre-dungeon. I don't know, I just never feel like a big draw to work on it, I guess. I always start off thinking, yeah, I'm gonna level leatherworking, I'm gonna make my own gear as I level up, and then the gear you can make while leveling up isn't that great. Yeah, I guess I'd rather just make the money from skinning and call it a day. I guess I should really work on like skinning and herbalism, but even on the warrior I had skinning and herbalism and I didn't keep my herbalism up. You'd think it would have been just as easy to level up herbalism and skinning, but yeah, I let my herbalism fall by the wayside and couldn't be bothered with it. Let's do flurry here. We'll do a little evasion just to take less damage here for a minute. What I think I would like to do with this character, I think I would like to PvP with this character. I think PvP on a rogue would be a lot of fun. I did some PvP back in original Burning Crusade. I was on my warrior, my buddy was on a rogue, and we had a lot of fun with that class duo, just doing battlegrounds. Never really got into any arenas. You needed to have like an arena team the way it was set up, and we didn't really have a consistent third person who wanted to do that kind of thing. We had a guild of people, but mainly raiders who weren't really interested in PvP. But I would love to do some battlegrounds, even some arenas on a character like this. I don't know that I'd be any good at it, but it just feels like it would be a lot of fun. And it's a part of the game that I haven't really gotten to experience. You know, in the 17 years I've been playing. The one time I eviscerate, we miss. Of course. Eating some food would probably be a good idea. Yep, I need to get on this. I need to send myself a bunch of cloth, and then I need to get the rest of the books from Dustwallow Marsh. Shouldn't be very hard to do. In fact, you know, in 5 or 6 levels, we should be able to go into Dustwallow Marsh and actually quest there. Don't know if I can wait that long to get the books, but we'll see. Depends on what I can learn from the trainer. Can I learn regular silk from just the first aid trainer, or do I need a book for regular silk? Well, we were doing pretty good. We're close. We've got, what, 8 out of 10? Yeah, 8 out of 10. Let's check this far corner back here. Just make sure there's not anyone hiding just out of our spawn distance. Yeah, see, I knew there'd be somebody back here. Oh, you're level 34. That's why you could kind of see me. Not a bad view for the thumbnail. So yeah, we need to go down to Booty Bay because there's quests that we could be pairing up with the quests that we have, but because we haven't been down to Booty Bay yet, we don't have those quests. So I'm gonna take us down there when I'm done recording today. Alright, that is 10 out of 10 for those guys. Yarp. Every time we summon our chicken, I hear him say yarp. Which makes me think of the movie Hot Fuzz with Simon Pegg. And if you've seen that movie, you'll probably know the reference. Aw, boo! Okay. All's fair, I guess. Well, here we go. Do a little blade flurry here, pull these guys together. That's a lot of fun. I love that ability. That's so good. It just feels good. Can we finish with the tigers we need in the next 6 minutes while I still have poisons? Maybe. Big maybe. Alright, well we only need one more. Let's do a bit of a thorough search here. We'll come down this way. Try to keep our eyes open. All I'm seeing right now are lots of panthers. Here we go. And yeah, that's good. I think we should go turn these in. And we'll see where that puts us. I'm going to spend my point here, but honestly, guys, I'm going to respec into something that's a little bit more thought out. I'm going to check some different builds for combat and see. I want to see if I want to get riposte, because I'm not sure if I want it or not. I kind of would like to have another button to press. It's after we parry an opponent's attack. So we'd want, yeah, that's why we go into deflection and then riposte. Okay, yeah, that could be a lot of fun, actually. It could be fun to have a reactionary button to press. So maybe I'll look into that and see if there is a decent build that encompasses that.
Can I help you? Be careful.
Need help? Light bless you.
How are ya? See you soon.
Alright, well, do we have anything to turn in back in Gromgol? No, not really. Guys, I think I'm going to leave it here for today. I have some stuff, some maintenance stuff to do on this character, so I'm going to get us back to Gromgol. I'm going to set my hearth there, and then I think I have to run us down to Booty Bay, pick up the stuff there, and yeah, just lots of stuff. Got to respec, pick up the quest in Booty Bay. And yeah, be ready for next time. I think I'm gonna put some time into this character. So this is kind of our current leveling playthrough. We'll be on the rogue. I think I'm having a lot of fun on it, and I hope you guys are as well. And we'll be doing the rogue, and then we'll be doing dungeons on the warriors. So yeah, I look forward to that. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear from you. And as always, I really appreciate you all spending your time here with me today. And for all of the continued support. It really does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again really soon. Bye now.